Welcome back to the deep dive, where we take complex information and, well, dive deep to pull out the most important nuggets for you. Today, we're zeroing in on a crucial and, let's be honest, often highly competitive landscape: medical admissions in Rajasthan. We've gathered a whole stack of sources covering pretty much everything from MBBS to AWU courses, and we're ready to try and unravel the pathways and maybe some pitfalls. So if you're an aspiring medical student looking to understand the journey, how to become a doctor in this vibrant state, or maybe you're just genuinely curious about how this intricate system works, well, you're absolutely in the right place. Our mission today really is to give you a clear, comprehensive, and most importantly, actionable picture. We'll look at the admissions landscape, spotlight key colleges, the vital role of entrance tests, what student life is really like, and of course, the financial side of things.
Yeah, and Rajasthan definitely holds a significant position in India's medical education scene. But what's really crucial to understand right up front is its unique status. Rajasthan is considered a closed state for a large chunk of its medical seats.
A closed state. Okay. What exactly does that mean for someone hoping to study there? How does that impact their chances, especially if they aren't from Rajasthan?
That's a really good question. It basically means that for the 85% state quota seats, we're talking MBBS and BDS programs here, there are strict domicile rules. This policy, well, it means Rajasthan primarily prioritizes its own residents. The idea is to ensure local talent addresses the state's healthcare needs down the line. So, to qualify, a candidate's parents need to have lived in Rajasthan for at least 10 years, and the candidate must have studied in the state for a minimum of 5 years. Or, alternatively, the candidate just needs to be a certified resident of Rajasthan. And of course, Indian citizenship is mandatory for these state colleges.
Right. So for students from other states, getting one of those state quota seats sounds incredibly tough unless they meet those very specific criteria.
Exactly. It's very challenging. However, the other 15% of seats fall under the All India quota. These are domicile-free, so students from anywhere in India can compete for those spots, though it's a smaller number, obviously. This is often the route for, highly ranked students from other states to get into Rajasthan's top institutions.
Okay, that distinction, 85% closed state quota versus 15% all India quota. That's absolutely vital for anyone considering Rajasthan. Now we get the framework. Let's talk numbers, how many seats are actually available, and which colleges are sort of the big names.
Okay, numbers. Rajasthan offers approximately 4,326 government MBBS seats and around 20,150 private MBBS seats. Plus, there are about 1,350 BDS seats. When you talk about the prominent government MBBS colleges, places like Jawaharlal Nehru Medical College, JLNMC in Ajmer, that one comes up a lot, established back in '65. It's an NMC-approved government college, and it holds a respectable All-India ranking of 47 and a Rajasthan state ranking of 6.
Okay, so JLNMC Ajmer is clearly a major player. What other key government medical colleges should people know about?
Well, there are several other highly regarded ones. You've got Rabindranath Tagore Medical College, RNT, down in Udaipur, Swayman Singh Medical College, SMSMC in Jaipur, that's a big one, Esprit Medical College in Bikaner, SN Medical College in Jodhpur, and Government Medical College, GMC, in Kota. These are just, a few examples from the full list of 31 government medical colleges in this state. Each one offers significant opportunities, assuming you meet the eligibility and, crucially, the competitive cutoffs.
That's a solid list, but let's be frank, pursuing medicine, it's a huge financial commitment. Can you break down the costs of studying MBBS in Rajasthan, especially the difference between government seats and other types?
Absolutely. Let's talk money. Because, it's not just the tuition fee you see advertised. For government MBBS seats, starting from the 2024-25 academic year, the annual tuition fee across all government medical colleges in Rajasthan is now standardized. It's set at $57,000.
$67,000 a year, okay.
But like I said, that's not the whole story. Beyond that yearly fee, you're looking at a pretty significant sum right at the start, at admission time. There's a one-time admission fee of INR 19,500, plus a caution money deposit that's refundable, usually of INR 8,300. Then, every year, you've got other recurring charges, things like INR 16,200 for sports and academic activities, and another INR 8,300 for an infrastructure development and welfare fund.
Wow, okay, so it definitely adds up beyond just that base tuition. Budgeting accurately from day one seems crucial.
It really is. You have to factor all that in.
So that's the picture for government seats. But what if someone doesn't secure a government spot? What if they look at, say, management quota or something else? What kind of price jump are we talking about?
Yeah, the cost can escalate dramatically then. For what's called a management payment seat in a government society college, the annual tuition fee can shoot up to INR 9,011,610
9 lakhs per year.
per year. And for non-resident Indian, or NRI, seats, well, the fees are in U.S. dollars. It starts with an initial payment of around 36,465 USD for the first 2 semesters when you get admitted. Then it's about 18,232 USD per semester for the remaining 7. So yeah, the financial leap from a government seat to management or NRI is enormous.
That's a staggering difference. What about other long-term financial things families might not think about when they see those high figures?
Well, besides just the sheer annual cost, which is nearly 10 times higher for management seats, there are other commitments too.
Like what? Are there things like bonds involved?
Yes, exactly. There's a significant commitment beyond just paying the fees, especially for the standard government seats. So for those government MBBS seats, excluding the management and NRI quotas, selected candidates have to sign a bond. It's a commitment of INR 10.0 lakhs. Basically, it requires you not to leave the course before finishing it, and importantly, to serve the state government for 2 years after you graduate.
10 lakhs and 2 years of service.
Wow. Yeah. And if someone leaves a management seat in a government society college or an NRI seat before completing the course, they're liable to pay the fees for all the remaining semesters.
Oof. Okay.
So this bond, it really emphasizes the state's investment in training its doctors and, ensuring some return on that investment for public service.
That bond definitely sounds like a very serious commitment, not just academically, but financially and legally too. Okay, shifting gears. Let's talk about the gateway to all of this. The entrance exam. In Rajasthan, what's the main test you absolutely have to take?
It's the National Eligibility Cum Entrance Test, NEET UG. That's absolutely mandatory for getting into MBBS, BDS, and even the BAMS courses.
Right, NEET UG, no getting around that one.
Nope. And just for context, if you're looking later at postgraduate studies like MD or MS, the equivalent is NEET PG.
Got it. So once you've got that crucial NEET UG score, what happens next? Who actually runs the counseling process in Rajasthan, and what are the main steps involved?
Right, the counseling. The Rajasthan NEET UG counseling for, say, 2025 is overseen by the Office of the Chairman, NEET UG Medical and Dental Admission Counseling Board, and the Principal and Controller at SMS Medical College and Hospital in Jaipur. Essentially, it's managed by the Rajasthan University of Health Sciences, or RUHS.
Okay, RUHS. And how does it work? Is it all online?
Yes, the whole process is conducted online. It starts with registration, where you put in all your personal and academic details. Then comes a really critical step: document upload. You need things like your NEET scorecard, obviously your 10th and 12th mark sheets, birth certificate, a valid ID, your domicile certificate, super important for Rajasthan, and any applicable caste, EWS, or PWD certificates, plus passport size photos.
Standard stuff mostly, but that domicile certificate is key here.
Absolutely. After documents, you get to the choice filling stage. This is where you list your preferred colleges and courses in order of priority. For 2025, for instance, the dates for choice filling and locking were August 5th to August 7th. Just a short window. And once you lock your choices, that's it. No changes allowed. Then, seat allotment happens based on your NEET All India rank, the choices you locked in, and seat availability. That choice filling stage sounds incredibly high stakes. You said once it's locked, it's locked. What's maybe the biggest mistake students make there? Any tips?
Oh yeah, huge mistake potential. Probably the biggest is not doing enough research beforehand, or maybe underestimating their rank. So they might fill in too few options, or only aim for the absolute top colleges without having realistic backups lower down their list.
Right, putting all your eggs in one basket.
Exactly. My top tip: research exhaustively. Look at the cutoffs from previous years for your category, and then fill in as many choices as you genuinely would consider in your true order of preference, not just based on what you think sounds prestigious. Be realistic, but thorough.
Good advice. Okay, so average choice filling, the allotment happens. You mentioned counseling rounds. How does that work?
Right, the counseling isn't just one shot. It's typically done in 4 rounds. There's round 1, round 2, then a mop-up round, though now they officially call it round 3, and finally a stray vacancy round.
4 rounds. Can you maybe walk us through them? Like, what's the commitment level at each stage? Is it like levels in a game?
That's a good way to think about it. Okay, round 1 is kind of your free exit round. If you get allotted a seat, but you decide, nah, not for me, you can decline without losing your registration fee. you're still eligible for the next rounds. It's like testing the waters.
Okay, low risk in round one.
Relatively, yes. But if you do decide to join the college you're allotted, you have to deposit the tuition fees. Now, round two, here the stakes go up. If you're allotted a seat in round two and you don't join, you forfeit your registration fee. Gone.
Ah, okay. Penalty involved. Definitely. And if you want to participate in round three after that, you'd have to re-register and pay the fee all over again. Round two also offers a chance to upgrade if you joined a college in round one, but we're hoping for something higher on your list.
Makes sense. What about the later rounds?
So the mop-up round, round three, happens after round two to fill remaining seats. The rules are generally similar regarding joining or forfeiture. Then comes the stray vacancy round. This is the final push, really, to fill any government MBBS or BDS seats still left after round three. And here, the consequences for not joining are much stricter. If you're allotted a seat in the stray round and you fail to join, you'll be debarred from the state counseling process for the next year, your security deposit is forfeited, and any applicable bond conditions might kick in.
Wow, okay, so the commitment level really ramps up. You need to be absolutely sure by the time you get to that stray round.
You really do. The penalties are serious.
Now let's talk about the competition itself, the NEET ranks and cutoffs. What do they tell us about just how tough it is to get in?
Oh, it's highly competitive. Admission is purely determined by your NEET All India rank, or AIR, combined with your choices and seat availability. Just to qualify for counseling, the minimum is the 50th percentile for the general category and the 40th percentile for reserved categories like OBC, SC, ST, and PWD.
But qualifying is one thing, getting a seat is another.
Exactly. To give you a real sense of it, let's look at some 2024 cutoff data for government seats. This is just indicative, mind you. For a general category government seat at, say, SMS Medical College in Jaipur, a top choice, the round one cutoff was an AR around 2018. That's a score of about 695 in NEET.
AIR 2018, out of lakhs of students, that's incredibly high.
It is. Or take Government Medical College, Quota, still a government seat, general category. Round one cutoff was an AR around 7644 with a score of about 680.
680 is still a very high score.
Absolutely. These figures, they really highlight the sheer dedication needed. An AR like 2,000 or even 7,000 that represents immense academic effort, consistency, and frankly, the mental resilience needed just to get in the door, let alone succeed in the program itself.
Yeah, those numbers paint a very, very clear picture. It's not just about wanting to be a doctor. It's about performing at an extremely high academic level consistently. But okay, Rajasthan's medical education isn't only about MBBS and BDS, right? You mentioned Ayush courses earlier.
That's right. The state also offers a whole range of Ayush courses. Ayush stands for Ayurveda, Yoga and Naturopathy, Unani, Siddha, and Homeopathy. So you've got courses like Bachelor of Ayurvedic Medicine and Surgery, BAMS, Bachelor of Homeopathic Medicine and Surgery, BHMS, Bachelor of Unani Medicine and Surgery, BOOMS, and Bachelor of Siddha Medicine and Surgery, BSMS.
And do these also use NEET scores?
Yes, similar to MBBS, NEET UG scores are essential, particularly for BAMS admissions. The process is slightly different depending on the quota. The 15% All India Quota BAMS seats are handled centrally by the Ayush Admissions Central Counseling Committee, the AACCC, but the 85% State Quota BAMS seats are managed by the Rajasthan NEET Ayush UGPG Counseling Board. So similar structure, different body.
Okay. And I think you mentioned Rajasthan has quite a few Ayush colleges.
It does. There are around 20 BAMS colleges, split pretty evenly between government and private institutions, so quite a presence.
What about the costs for BAMS? Is it comparable to MBBS? And are there like unique career paths for Ayush grads in Rajasthan?
Fees vary. The average BAMS course fee in Rajasthan is dated as around INR 8.44 lakhs overall. But importantly, some government BAMS colleges, like the National Institute of Ayurveda in Jaipur, which is a premier institute, offer the course for much less, around INR 1.37 lakhs. So there are more affordable government options.
That's a big difference too.
It is, and career-wise, absolutely. Given Rajasthan's rich history with traditional medicine, BAMS graduates find diverse paths. Think private practice, working in government AUHH dispensaries, research, teaching, even roles in integrative medicine centers, which are becoming more common. Many colleges also focus on research, like in Ayurvedic drug development, and have industry links and internship programs. So it's a unique and, I think, promising field within the state.
That's really interesting. Okay, we've covered admissions, the money side, the different streams, but what about the actual student experience? What's daily life like for a medical student in Rajasthan? What kind of facilities, support systems are typically in place?
Well, the colleges, especially established ones like JAIL, NMC, Ajmer, generally provide pretty comprehensive facilities needed for rigorous medical training. You're looking at advanced medical equipment in labs and hospitals, computer labs, often decent sports facilities, libraries, well-kept campuses, cafeterias, modern laboratories, of course, and crucially, attached teaching hospitals. These usually have extensive outpatient, OPD, and inpatient services. Many also have specialized centers, like a center for community medicine, maybe a blood bank, even a dental hospital attached sometimes.
Sounds quite well equipped. What about accommodation? Hostels?
Yes, hostel accommodation is generally available for both male and female students. The charges vary, naturally. Annual hostel maintenance charges might be around INR 35,500 for a single room, maybe INR 28,500 for a double, and INR 21,000 if you're in a triple-seated room. The approximate figures, of course,
Okay, per year.
per year. And on top of that, there's usually an annual charge for electricity and water, maybe around INR 12,400 or so. And for BAM students specifically, colleges often provide strong academic counseling, career guidance, and wellness support, recognizing the demands. Extracurriculars are often encouraged too, things like yoga, meditation workshops, maybe Ayurvedic cooking classes, traditional arts, sports, social service programs. It aims to be a bit more holistic.
So it's demanding, but there seems to be infrastructure and support in place. We've painted a pretty detailed picture of the Rajasthan scene, but medicine doesn't exist in a vacuum, right? What are some of the bigger national trends or recent news affecting these students?
That's a really important point. The whole landscape of medical education in India is, well, constantly evolving. The National Medical Commission, the NMC, is driving some major reforms. One big one is the move towards competency-based medical education, or CBME.
CVME, what does that actually mean in practice?
It basically shifts the focus. Instead of just logging hours or covering topics, it's about ensuring students can actually demonstrate specific practical skills and competencies before they progress. It's more outcome-oriented.
Okay, more hands-on validation.
Exactly. Then there's the upcoming National Exit Test, or NEXT. This is planned to be a single standardized exam for all medical graduates across India. It's intended to serve both as their final licensing exam and as the entrance exam for postgraduate studies, replacing NEET PG eventually. That's a huge change when it comes.
Wow, yeah, combining licensing and PG entrance into one exam, that's massive.
It is. And we're also seeing the integration of the Ayushman Bharat Health Account System, the ABHAAD. Digital health records are clearly becoming central to the healthcare system, and medical education has to adapt. All these initiatives, CVME, NEXT, ABAID, they're really aimed at boosting quality, increasing transparency, and, trying to align Indian medical education with global standards.
Makes sense. Any other major discussions or issues?
Well, there's the ongoing national cross-pathy debate, as it's sometimes called. This highlights the sort of philosophical and often very practical differences between AUH systems and allopathy modern medicine. It touches on everything from treatment approaches to infrastructure disparities, especially in rural versus urban healthcare. It's a complex, ongoing conversation.
Right, that balance between traditional and modern systems.
Precisely. And student well-being is, thankfully, getting more attention. The NMC actually formed a task force recently to investigate the tragic issue of suicides among medical students. It signals at least a proactive approach to tackling the immense pressure and mental health challenges within this demanding field.
That's definitely needed. Any recent regulatory news specific to Rajasthan or impacting colleges there?
Yeah, on the regulatory side, things are always happening. For instance, there was recent news about Gitanjali Medical College in Udaipur facing temporary restrictions on MBBS admissions due to some issues with faculty compliance. And more broadly, the NMC has been issuing notices to numerous medical colleges across India, not just Rajasthan, for failing to meet required educational standards. It seems like there's a real push for stricter quality control lately.
So a lot of change, a lot of scrutiny happening at the national level, impacting things locally.
Definitely. It's a dynamic environment.
We have certainly taken a very deep dive today, haven't we, into this whole multifaceted world of medical admissions in Rajasthan. We've gone from the nitty-gritty of NEET UG counseling and those fee structures, explored the different pathways like AU, EJH courses, and even got a feel for daily student life and the bigger trends shaping their future, understanding those domicile rules, knowing the precise fee breakdowns, navigating the different counseling rounds, and seeing those competitive cutoffs. Hopefully, having this clear map can really empower you if you're considering this path to a medical career in the state.
Absolutely. And all this, it raises a really interesting question for the future, doesn't it?
Hmm.
When you consider these intense academic pressures, the
Mhm.
changing rules from the NMC, the growing focus on student mental health, and then ongoing discussion about integrating traditional and modern medicine,
Mhm.
how will the next generation of doctors coming out of Rajasthan actually navigate all this? How will they meet India's incredibly diverse healthcare needs, but also potentially innovate within this complex system? What unique contributions will they bring?
That's definitely something to ponder as you continue your own deep dives.